So here it is, quick update today, something a little bit different. I decided to throw out a quick YouTube video so you can have an exact understanding of what is going on in the market today. Now, if you don't know, I get all of these daily bites from eToro. That is the broker that I use for all of my investing, and it gives you a beautiful rundown called their daily bites every morning of what is happening in the market. So I usually take that so that I can have a better understanding of what's going on. And because some of it is so complicated and only meant for financial experts, I usually put this into ChatGPT so that I can understand exactly in detail what is being spoken about. So the market update today, Tesla is delivering a lot of drama. There's an argument between Trump and Musk. Clean energy stocks are popping, and there are big moves in home build and healthcare sectors. So we're going to break it all down into little bite-sized pieces. Usually with this kind of rotation into home builder and healthcare sectors from tech, it means that there could potentially be a dip in the market. So I'm going to keep an eye open for that. The Dow jumped 0.9% recently, and the SP 500 stayed flat. The Nasdaq actually slipped 0.8%, and as it says here, there you go, investors rotated out of tech and into healthcare and into home builders, which shook up the leaderboard slightly. So if we pop over to TradingView here, this is what I use to analyze the market in a little bit more detail. You can see there that it is currently up today at 0.1%. If we go in a little bit closer to the 4-hour, you can see that it's starting to curve around, and it's actually hit on the RSI an all-time high here, which for me is always a bit of a, I suppose, a red alert that it could potentially drop back down. So there might be a pullback there, especially with that rotation happening. Fun times. This isn't a bad thing. It just means that you can buy everything cheaper. It's fantastic. We love a pullback. You should love a pullback. Don't fear it. As long as you've got cash in hand ready to buy more, that's what you need. Having cash ready to deploy is absolute key to being a good investor. So remember that, okay? Now let's go back to the next section. Tesla, their shares actually slid 5.3% after Donald Trump threatened to investigate subsidies tied to Elon Musk's businesses. Those two are just a whirlwind of emotion. It's like watching a drama show. I love it. I absolutely love it. If you're UK based, it's like EastEnders. It is an episode of EastEnders, but in the USA. So let's see what happens there. The Tesla Q2 deliveries are coming out as well. So they're set to report their Q2 delivery numbers today. And Wall Street does expect a 10% year-over-year drop, which is a very big slowdown. So let's see what happens. Aging lineup with the new models delayed until next year. There's political heat, as you know, and there's a lot of execs apparently exiting from Tesla. So let's see what happens on that front. I know that recently, if you have a little look here, it was on a nice uptrend and it was looking beautiful. Look at this. Ooh, lovely. But realistically, with this drop, I'm not sure about Tesla. It needs to really come up and break past this resistance line here for it to look good. I find that if you look back at the chart on the 1 day, it's so volatile. Up here, down here, up here, down here, up here, down here. If you like volatile stocks, and there's always a lot of potential in something like this. If you're okay with that, I say go for it. It's not something I'm interested in, but it could be interesting in the long run. If you're in it for the long run, then go for it. What else is going on here at the moment? Clean energy stocks have absolutely surged. Apparently, the Senate scrapped taxes on solar and wind projects, which obviously the market loved. So NextEra was up 5%, Array Technologies up 12%, Sunrun was up 10%, which is awesome. I actually opened up the ETF today, IYE, which is the US Energy ETF. I had a little buy signal in here. As you can see, this is the Fear and Greed Index. And the RSI was fairly low around here as well. So fingers crossed that is going to skyrocket up at some point. It's dipped down on the 2-hour chart today, but I opened up a position because I think in the long run that could do quite well. Usually when we get these buy positions, they're not too bad. Here we go, we've got one here as well. And the MACDs have crossed over each other. So keep a close eye on that. Keep a close eye on that indeed. What else have we got in here today? The home builders are on the move. Mentioned that earlier on. Usually the rotation into this does mean that there could be a pullback in the market. We got Shoals Technologies up 24%. That's mad. That's fantastic. Wynn Resorts are up 9%. Snapchat is up 8%, and Bath and Body Works up 7%. Once again, all this information is accessible through eToro. They do their daily updates every morning. So there will be a link in the bio for you to sign up to their demo. Even if you sign up to a demo and you practice with play money, you still get these in the mornings. That's what you want. You want to have a good idea of what's going on, just so you can have a little bit more of an understanding of the market and learn about it, right? The only way we can do that is by getting these emails, or doing your own research. Who wants to go in and just research all the time? When it comes to you, even easier. Lots of highlights there with the earnings. You've got UniFirst, you've got First Citizen, you've got Eurozone inflation that is hitting target as well. You've got Apple that is up 1.3%. I don't like Apple. I think Apple's a bit boring, if I'm honest with you. There's nothing exciting about it anymore. They used to be, but not now. And the big thing this week is the ADP job reports, which is coming out today. That is what everyone's anticipating as well. So see what happens here today and keep a close eye on that. But overall, the market is looking okay. It's pulling back, and I think it's that anticipation. The VIX is at a low. We had a buy signal there on a 2-hour chart as well, so I opened up a position recently. The RSI once again was very low. It was low over here and it bounced back. If you're unaware, the VIX is the volatility index for the SP 500. So keep a very close eye on that. And gold absolutely exploded yesterday morning. Had a pullback in the day, to be expected. It's bounced off of the MA, and I'm hoping, praying that is going to push through this resistance line here, and the next resistance line will be at 3393 up here. So keep a close eye. Let's see what happens. Once again, sign up to eToro, start using their demo, give it a go. Any questions, please comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on what's going to happen with the market, whether you think it's going to turn more bearish, whether you think we're going to push through all of these problems that are happening, or all the news that is coming up. So get away from me, mosquito. Love being in Spain, but mosquitoes everywhere. So let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Take it easy. Have a good day.